Okay, ladies, we're going to continue on with our little mitered square adventure. I have finished my square. We talked about that this morning. I'm going to orient it in front of me so that the last bit that I knitted here, which I just pulled the yarn straight through, is in the upper right hand corner as I'm looking at it, in the upper right hand corner. I'm then going to come over here. Yes, this is the cast on edge. I am going to come over here and I'm going to begin to pick up these stitches. Now I've picked up a few already because I'm going to do it to the end so that I can then knit on, and I don't want to spend like forever trying to pick them up. Anyway, you know, so you just watch it over and over. So I started right here in the very top corner and I've picked up those stitches. I am looking for this bit right here. I'm going to slide under it, wrap the yarn around and pull it through. There's the next one. Slide under it. I am not poking all the way through like this. I am sliding under only that top loop, wrap the yarn and pull it through. I can do this throw knitting as well. Wrap it and pull it through. The next one, I want to make sure I don't split it. Wrap and pull it through. So there is one for each stitch all the way along, and I'm going to do that if I could find my yarn, I'll do it all the way to the bottom. So here we are knitting up one in each of those outline stitches. I want 23 stitches spaced across this edge. If I pick up each one of those, I think of it as an outline stitch. Remember in embroidery when I was a girl, when I was a young girl, makes it sound like I'm a boy today. So I'm just knitting those up all the way down. When I get all the way down here to the bottom, I'm going to find, as I look at my stitch here, that there is one out here. I'm going to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 4, 6, 8, 23. And then I'm going to pick up one right here in the legs. Maybe if I take the pin out, it'll be easier to see. One of the things we're going to note is here's our decrease, forms a ridge going right up there. I'm going to pick up between those legs. This time I'm going to go straight through to the back and fish it through. Of course, it's going to argue with me. Okay, now I can knit cast on the rest of the stitches. So to do that, I finished my 23, my corner or decrease stitch. I'm going to put it into my left hand as if I was going to knit. I'm going to go into the first stitch, knit the stitch, don't take it off of the left hand needle, bring them up side by side, and then left hand needle up from the bottom. I can take it off. I don't have to take it off, and that will help to keep it a reasonable size. So up point to point, come up from the bottom with the left hand needle. I'm going to snug it up a little and go again. Do you see that I don't have to take the needle out? And that can help to make them consistent. So I'm going to be careful and not leave it sloppy. I'm going to pull it up firm, and then I'm going to knit it again up from the bottom with the left hand needle, size the stitch. Remember to stay off of the points. The points are not the size of your needle, so you don't want to be making them down there. Then keep going. Now, could you do this throwing? Well, we can do anything if we want to bad enough, right? So we're going to go around, pull it up from the bottom with the left hand needle. Careful, I'm not sizing my stitches on the point. So I do want to tug the needle up so that it's being sized consistently. Okay, tug on the yarn. I'm going to do that until I've cast on 23 stitches. The first row is a wrong side row. So when I have 23 stitches, I'm going to count back 23. I'll purl the center decrease stitch and knit to the end, and that'll be row 1. I'm not going to continue on with that. So now, and I'll show you why, because I want to show you the decrease and what happens. Let's look for just a second at our decrease. You can see that it wants to tip just a little bit to the side. Do you see this? Do you see that it doesn't stand perfectly like, stand up nice and tidy and straight? It's tipped a little to the side. That's part and parcel of that decrease. So it wants to do that just a little bit. Here it is, right here on the original cloth. So on this side, we're going to try another one, another decrease, another double decrease, to see if we can produce the same effect without having that kind of humped up a little bit. And because it really wants to fold. Look, it really does. It happily. And one day maybe we'll use that for something brilliant. But nonetheless, in this, it kind of wants to hump up. So if I do it a little bit differently, can I change that effect? On this one, it is done with first an SSK, knit the center stitch, and then knit 2 together. So I have that. Find my other needle so I can see it. I've done a little tiny wee swatch so I can show it to you. Gotta move that. Okay, so here is the centered stitch. This time I'm going to knit to 2 stitches before the marked stitch. I'm going to SSK. Doesn't matter, SSK the normal, the purest way. Slip is to knit, slip is to knit, and knit the 2 together. That's fine. You can also do it the modified version. In this case, I probably would because it's smoother. So you go slip is to knit in the back of the next one, in the front of the first one, and knit them together. Knit the next one, and then knit 2 together on this other side. That's still a double decrease in the middle. I'm going to turn around and go back. So then we're going to knit to the center stitch, purl the center stitch. It's taking me a second to get there. Purl, knit to the end. Now, could we do this if we're throw knitters? Well, of course. Whoa, change the hands, Athena. So we're going to go knit to 2 stitches before the marked stitch. Slip is to knit. Now you could go into the back and into the front. That's the modified version. Or you can slip and into the front. Knit them together. Knit the next one, knit 2 together on this side, and knit to the end. Repeat until you're down to the last few stitches. That, and now I'm making a little tiny, look at wee. I'm going to pull the needle out so you can see that it wants to bend. Look at it's starting its little square. Kind of cute when they're wee, huh? Okay, girls, I think that's about all that you need to know. If there is any questions or concerns, please reach out.